Are you a non-native English speaker? Do you struggle to speak in English? Or at times, are you a little embarrassed speaking in English? Well, you don't have to worry because we have some survival English phrases for you. Hi friends, thanks for clicking. I am Niharika, and in today's lesson we have some survival English phrases and some tips for non-native speakers. So are you planning a trip to an English-speaking country? Or do you deal with a lot of English speakers, especially native English speakers? And if you or your English is not that great, then what do you do about it? Well, in today's lesson, we will help you with some phrases that you can use. Now here, there are a set of 4 phrases that you can use, but the ones in the black are the phrases that people usually use, and I want you to stop using them. So let's get started. The very first phrase that I commonly come across people say is, "My English is terrible." It's okay. Well, your English is not very good, but I'm sure your other languages are great, which probably we can't speak. So you don't have to feel so bad about it. You don't have to literally explain that, oh, my English is terrible or my English is awful. A better expression that you can use is, I'm working on improving my English. Now, when you end up saying, my English is terrible or my English is just awful, it gives a very negative impact to your statement. If you keep saying that, I am sure that one day you will just give up, or you'll start believing that, yes, my English is bad. So, please stop using this. If you are doing so, don't use it furthermore. You are gonna use this statement instead, which is, I am working on improving my English. Okay, so this is for the English learners. If you use this, then don't do it. Use this. Okay? The next one, sorry for my bad English. Hey, it's all right. You don't have to be so apologetic about not knowing English. Like I said, there are other languages that you speak and probably we can't. So here, when people end up saying, especially English learners, when they speak to native speakers, they say, sorry for my bad English. Okay, don't be apologetic. You don't have to say sorry. You don't have to apologize. A better positive statement that you can use is, English isn't my first language, so please excuse any mistakes. Now here, when you are making this point in front of an English native speaker, it shows that, yes, English is not your first language. Okay, so you are gonna struggle or you are gonna make mistakes while speaking in English. So indirectly, you're asking that person to be patient and understanding. And people will do so. It's okay if you don't know English. It's okay if you're not very good at it. Once you use this statement, people will always give you a very positive response. So rather than apologizing by saying, sorry for my bad English, don't do that. Use this statement that English isn't my first language, so please excuse any mistakes. All right, let's move on to the third statement, which is, I don't understand. What? Now, when you speak to a native English speaker, you are not accustomed to their accent. You don't know what they are saying, and probably you think that they are speaking too fast, and that's why you are not able to understand them. So while they are saying something, while they are talking, and if you fail to understand them, you are not gonna say, I don't understand. What? That's gonna be rude. That's not a good way of saying this to someone. that person will not appreciate. So instead of saying, I don't understand, what are you saying? You would say, could you repeat that please? So in a very courteous tone, you will say, could you repeat that please? Okay, so that will definitely make that person repeat whatever he or she just said. There's another statement that you can use. Either you can say, could you repeat that please? But you can also say that, could you speak a little slower so that I understand better? So again, when you say that, could you speak a little slower so that I understand you better, is a very positive way of asking someone to repeat themselves, right? So if you are using this, what? I don't understand you. Don't do it. Use this phrase instead, okay? And now let's move on to the fourth one. Do you understand? Okay, now again, when you go to an English-speaking country, or if you are having a conversation with an English native speaker, that person is probably not accustomed to your accent, so he or she fails to understand what you are trying to say. Now, if you think that he has this puzzled look on his face, he's confused, he's like trying to catch every word that you're trying to say, it's all right. You're not gonna say, do you understand? Okay, even if you say it in a very polite tone, do you understand? It would still come out in a very rude way. So instead of saying, do you understand? You are gonna say that, let me repeat that for you. Now here, either you can say, let me repeat that for you, or let me clarify it for you. Both these phrases can be used when you think that the opposite person is not able to understand you. Now again, since your English is not very good and you're trying to explain things in English, make sure that you speak very slowly, okay? Don't go too fast, because you are trying to use the limited vocabulary that you have. So go slow, and if you think that the person is not understanding you, then you would say, let me repeat that for you, or let me clarify. Okay, that's the way you will try to build a conversation with that person. Okay, so the four statements or the four phrases that I need you to stop using are, my English is terrible, sorry for my bad English, stop apologizing, I don't understand, what? Do you understand? Okay, stop using these phrases, and instead of using these phrases, try the phrases written in the red, which are, I'm working on improving my English. English isn't my first language, so please excuse any mistakes. Could you repeat that, please? And then the last one is, let me repeat that for you, or let me clarify. Okay, so start using them. Trust me, people will understand you better, and people would like to build a conversation with you, even if your English is not that great. Okay, so please follow these tips, and I will be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care and have a great day.
This must be a pistachio. This must be pistachio. This is supposed to be a pistachio. Supposed to be pistachio. What am I saying? Are you able to understand what I said? This is supposed to be a pistachio. That's what I said. Does it happen that you get confused when other people are talking? Maybe they're talking too quickly, or maybe too low and you just didn't understand. If you want to learn ways to ask someone to repeat themselves, then stay with me in this lesson. I'm your tutor for the day, Michelle. Come, join me.
Hi friends, I am Niharika and welcome back. Well, we are gonna look at some phrases to compliment men. Let's make them feel special. Let's flatter them. So how do you do that in English? Well, we have some phrases here. Now, this lesson is divided into 3 categories that men love to be complimented for. So the very first category that we are gonna look at is compliments that show that your man is a superhero.